First of all, let's choose a stone to make a very beautiful wire pendant. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to make a pendant for this wire ring, and of course, I'm going to select a ceramic stone. Here I have an oval and a teardrop or pear-shaped stone. And what is the best? What do you think? Please comment it below to know your taste. But here, the color of this pear-shaped stone is better set to the wire ring. Of course, you could use any other stones. 28 gauge wire for the main structure and 26 gauge wire for the weaving parts, main tools, flush cutter, round nose pliers, and chain nose pliers. Also, I pick up the crystal beads I had used in this wire ring before to have a better harmony. To start, we need to cut the 20 gauge wire, but in which length we wrap it all around the teardrop shaped stone or any other kind of shapes and material that you desire, and 2 times of this stone should be set into this wire frame so that we could wrap it all around, open it up, cut it out, and make it straight like we had in previous tutorials. And we need 2 strands of this size and length. Of course, we could do that with 3 or more strands, but here I'm going to do that with 2. With a thinner wire of 26 gauge, make a wire wrapping part at the center. Just wrap it all around and make the first wrapping part and continue that and attach the thinner wire all around these 2 strands. After weaving about half of a centimeters, and of course it should be inappropriate with this stone and the bottom part that you are going to put this wire frame, it's enough. Cut the wire out on both sides with the flush cutter, and this is the time to squeeze these 2 parts onto the frame. You could throw and pass this wire between those 2 strands of the main structure, or simply squeeze it well so that there wouldn't be any sharp edges left on both sides. After attaching these 2 wires, this is the time to wrap it all around this stone according to the shape and size of this teardrop shaped stone. I'm going to wrap both tails of this wire strands and form it like this stone. If the weaving part starts to move, no worries, just move it a little back, and at the top of this shape we need to make 2 bends on both sides. So I make these 2 parts close together and then make that bend at the shape of the stone. We are going to make another wire weaving part at the top of this frame to attach it well and to achieve a wire frame at the size and shape of our stone. So with the thinner wire of 26 gauge, I make another wire wrapping and joint part. After continuing that for about half of a centimeters, I stop that, and let's come back to the teardrop frame. At the back part of this frame, I make 2 bends with chain nose pliers on both sides, and that is because we are going to prevent the stone from falling down at the back side. And we again insert the stone in, and while the stone is inside the frame, we make 2 bends on the upper strands to keep it tight in front too. Now we have a simple wire frame that keeps the stone, and we are going to make more weaving parts and decorative parts with this tail of 26 gauge wire at the top. I insert the crystals in, and you could move it and shape it in different shapes, like a teardrop again, or just simply put it onto the stone. Just let's test it out and make a teardrop shape, and to wrap it at the center part and to fix it out. And here we need to cut the extra part out and squeeze it well to be attached on the main structure with the chain nose pliers. At the above, we have 4 strands. I keep 2 of them and wrap the 2 other that is nearer to me and insert it into that crystal shape, throw it onto the wire strand and make a little swirl. And for the other one, I put it next to the first one, but just I'm going to insert a wire coiling part, which we had the tutorial on the video above, and then cut it out at the size we desire, and to leave a space for wrapping the ending point. That would be something like this. I had cut it out, and I'm going to weave it and attach it to the first one. Now we need to make the bail. I rotate this frame, and with these 2 strands and bending them, I make that. Just don't forget to attach these 2 wires to the main frame and throw it into the backer part of the frame and make 2 little swirls at the end. You could make weaving parts on the bail too. That depends on you and the design that you have in mind. Now the wire wrapping pendant is almost ready, but there is a tip. I'd opened up the crystal wire and had put it all straight onto the frame and wrap it all around the main structure, and this is how you could make changes and have your own design. How did you find this tutorial, and did you like it? Please comment it below for me.